did last time. Okay, we are recording. So let's get started. Everybody sit down. All right, and then close the eyes and just get comfortable in the chair. Sit back, kind of get your wiggles out a little bit. Find a space where you can come to rest. Have your hands on your lap, palms facing down if you're feeling like you need to calm down a little bit and settle into your space. If you're feeling like you need some more energy, maybe you can flip your palms up. And then just start to notice the rhythm of your breath. Like maybe take your first conscious, intentional breaths of the day right now. Maybe in the silence, you start to notice the sound of your breath. Just any other sounds where you are, room, maybe out in the outdoors. Notice the temperature of the room, the air on your skin. Notice the heaviness of your seat and legs as you sit. And then feel your feet on the floor. This is where we connect to the earth. This is where we feel really grounded, our energy mixing with the earth's energy, just feeling like we can draw up everything that we need and release into the earth anything that we don't. It's just a nice way to visualize the exchange of energy. Start to deepen your breath a little bit. Full inhales and exhales, feeling the chest, the diaphragm, and the belly expand and contract. And then keeping your eyes closed, pull your back away from the back of the chair and scooch up just a little bit. Spine nice and long, and let's kind of stay in this quiet meditative space as we begin to notice our joints. So roll your head around in circles, nice and slow. Starting to notice what places of your neck might feel a little tight and need some attention. And let's reverse the direction of those circles. Maybe noticing a little more sound here. A little crunchiness maybe. And then coming back to stillness, go ahead and open your eyes as you look forward. Take a breath in and breathe out. Turn your head over to the right as far as it'll go. Relax the shoulders a little bit and feel that stretch in the left side of your neck. Breathe in, look forward. Breathe out, try that to the left. Pull your chin toward your left shoulder, but those shoulders are going to keep relaxing down. A bit more stretch in the neck and the top of the shoulder that way. Breathe in, look forward, and breathe out. Inhale, lift your chin up toward the sky. And exhale, tuck your chin down toward your collarbones and stay there for just a breath. Feel that stretch in the back of your neck. Breathe in, look forward. Breathe out, turn your head halfway to the right, chin down toward the right collarbone. A little bit different stretch there on the left side. We don't do this one as often. Sometimes we rock our head from side to side, but we rarely get this extra stretch when you turn that 45 degrees, and it can feel really nice. Breathe in, look forward. Breathe out, turn your head halfway to the left, tuck the chin down. And breathe in, look forward. Breathe out, drop your hands down by your sides and begin to circle the shoulders forward. So any size circle that feels comfortable to you. You might play with making some bigger and smaller. If your shoulders feel super tight today, just lift and lower a little bit, just to get a little mobility and blood flow into the shoulder. And then reverse the direction. As you pull backward, feel the collarbones expand. And again, if this impinges, if this hurts your shoulders for any reason, just make some small motions, lifting and lowering. If it feels right, you can maybe take one big, huge, giant circle, feel the chest expand. Nice. And then go close to your arms. Take your hands out to the sides, breathe in, breathe out, draw the hands in toward the chest. Inhale to expand. Exhale, draw in. Elbows nice and high. Breathe in, expand. Exhale, draw it in. Then pull your elbows closer and roll your elbows in both directions. Keeping the elbows close to your body, circle the wrists. The other way. And then wave your hands up and down. Nice. Spread your fingers really wide and then release. Spread wide and release. And then just kind of scrunch your fingers up. It's so much better when we all had the Indu lotion, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And then sit back in your seat, take your heels out in front of you, and as you inhale, lift your legs up and squeeze your thighs at the top, starting to engage there, then drop back down. Inhale, slowly lift, squeeze the thighs at the top. Exhale, release. Inhale, squeeze at the top and release down, but leave your heels about an inch above the ground so you can roll out your ankles. And then flex and point your toes. And if you can, spread your toes wide and release, and then take your heels back toward the ground. And then scooch up again in your little chair. We're gonna do two new things today with our calves. So a friend of mine who owns a Pilates studio was explaining to me, she's really great at anatomy, that she just recently learned that the calves, your calf muscles, are called the second heart of your body. So there's like a blood pumping system in your calves that helps move the blood back up to your heart. So the heart pumps all of the blood away from your body very quickly, or away from the heart into your body. And then the calves actually help the blood come back to your heart. So they're a really important part of our circulation system. And a way to keep your calves strong are calf raises, which I'm sure everybody has done at some point. So a few times here, we're just gonna lift up onto the balls of our foot and then relax the heels back down. Yeah, so just keep doing that and do it not super slow, you know, just so that blood starts to pump. And then we're also going to do this standing, and it will be even more powerful. Get us started here. Just keep raising the heels and lowering. And we'll do that maybe 5 more times. There we go. Okay. And then sit back in your seat, drop your hands down by your sides, inhale your arms up, and exhale, let's take a twist to the right. If you can grab the back of your chair, that's great. Left hand to the outside of your right knee, and a little leverage there can help you twist. Lift the chin and just twist a little deeper, maybe if it feels comfortable, so you're getting your head so it's turning as far back as it will go to the right. And then breathe in, big inhale as you lift your hands back above your head. And let's try that twist to the left, just kind of noticing the difference, how it feels on this side. And you don't want to be wrenching your low back. Let that twist come from pulling your shoulder back. So hips are still pointing forward. Breathe in And let the breath go. Inhale, sweep your arms back up to the sky. And exhale, take your right hand down, grab your chair, and bend over to the right. So that hand is just there for some leverage. If you feel like letting it go, you can do that too. If your shoulder's sore, just make this little C curve. And breathe in, back up through the middle. And let's try that little drop to the left this time. Either hold on to your chair. If you feel stable, you can drop your arm down, whatever feels comfortable. Just starting to find a stretch in the side body. And then come on up through center, connect your palms, pull them down in front of your heart. Let's close our eyes for just a few breaths. Now is a good time if you'd like to set an intention for your practice. Maybe there's a positive affirmation that you're working on. I like I am statements. I am strong, I am calm, I am growing, I am patient, things like that. Anything that comes to mind for you. And nothing is fine too. Sometimes an empty mind is a gift that so rarely happens, right? All right, and open your eyes, scooch up about halfway in your chair. Take your feet about as wide as your chair, hands on your lap. As you breathe in, press your chest forward and lift your chin. And exhale, round your back, pull your chin in. We'll inhale for cow pose, stretch forward, lift the chin, and exhale, round your back toward the back of the chair. Okay, keep moving like that, just finding your own rhythm here. Stretching out the spine. This is probably my favorite stretch for back pain. I bet I do this 10 times a day. Let's sit up straight, take this a little deeper, create some more motion, scooch up to the top of your chair, drop your hands down by your sides. Inhale, lift the hands above your head. Exhale, palms to your thighs, lean forward. Inhale, cow pose, lift the chin and chest. And then exhale, full down, still tucking your chin. Shake your head, yes. And no. Relax your jaw here. Relax between your eyebrows. And then inhale, sweep your hands back above your head. Breathe in. Exhale, palms to your thighs, lean forward. Inhale, stretch the chest forward. And then exhale, fold down over your thighs. Full breath in, sweep your hands back up. Exhale, palms to your thighs, lean forward. Inhale, press the heart up, and then fold over. And slowly roll back up to sit. And we're gonna start here with just some light abdominal work. Scoot up to the top of your chair, and then lean your torso back, and just lift one leg at a time. Just a little small engagement in the core there. Just like we're marching. A couple more. Next time your right leg is up, hold it there for 3, 2, 1. Release. Left leg up. 3, 2, 1. Release. And then sit back up. And we'll lift and lower in the chair. If you don't feel like you've got that in you today, just lift and lower your arms to start pumping the blood. On an inhale, stand up, look up toward the sky. Exhale, slowly sink the hips back into your chair. Pull the belly button in so your lower back is protected. Beautiful. You guys are better at this than I am. Inhale, breathe, look up. Exhale, sink your hips back. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, sink. This time, hover above the chair. When you get to an inch or two, stay right there. Draw your hands in front of your chest. Hover for 3, 2, 1, and sit down. Whew. Sweep back up. And just let your hands fall down to your sides. Nice. Then inhale, sweep the arms back up. Exhale, bend your knees, hands to your thighs. Inhale, lift the chin and chest. Exhale, fold. If you feel dizzy, stop about halfway with your hands on your thighs, but if you can, let the crown of your head reach down toward the ground. Breathe in, sweep your hands all the way up. Exhale, bend your knees, hands to your thighs. Inhale, lift your chin and chest. Exhale, fold either half or all the way. One more time. Inhale, all the way up. Hands to your thighs as you exhale. Inhale, one more time, lift the chin and chest. Exhale, fold half or all the way down. Shake your head, yes. No. And then slowly, one vertebra at a time, lengthen your spine back out. Nice. Let's find the back of the chair. Chair, downward facing dog. So I will offer 3 options here. As you do this, here I'm going to turn to the side for just a second. So as you do this, you can either hold on to the top of the chair. If you want to go a little bit deeper in, you can put your hands on the seat of the chair. And if you've been practicing more and want to do it on the floor, put your hands on the floor and stretch your hips back. So 3 options there. Take a breath in. And as you breathe out, feet back, hips back, and head drops between the biceps. You feel an immediate tightness in the back of your legs. Bend your knees and relieve some of that pressure. We'll have plenty of time to stretch that out. Take a breath in. And as you breathe out, round your back and come on out of the pose. Walk back up toward the chair. And mountain pose. Hands down by your sides. Shoulders pulling down, chest and heart forward and up. Eyes open or closed. Either take a soft gaze on the floor right in front of you or close your eyes and reconnect to your breath. Can it be a little deeper? Can the inhales and exhales be just a little bit longer? Your eyes are closed, let them open, and find one more downward facing dog. Walk your feet back, and then hands anywhere that you feel comfortable, and drop your head between your biceps. The back of your legs still feels a little tight. Keep that micro bend in your knee. And if not, if you're ready for a little more stretch, maybe you straighten up those knees, straight legs. So back, your hips are pressing back, hands are pressing forward. One more breath in. As you let that breath go, round your back and walk back up to the chair. All the way up, nice and tall. And then we'll take the right foot forward and step your left foot back as far as it will comfortably go. Turn your toes so they're at about 45 degrees. We'll bend into that right knee so everybody take the adjustment. Put your hands on your hips and just try to turn them toward your chair. So like your hip bones are pointing toward each side of the chair. It's not going to be perfect, but just kind of guide yourself in that direction. And then if you feel stable, you can lift both hands above your chair. If that's a tricky little balance for you, take one hand down or maybe even both. But stretch the hands up toward the sky if you can, but relax the shoulders down a little bit. See the difference there? Like this is tight and tense, and then relax the shoulders. Beautiful. And as you inhale, lengthen your spine, like grow out of your waist there. And from that length, exhale and bend toward the chair. You can either catch your hands on the top of the chair, or maybe you can swing your arms behind you. Breathe in, lift yourself back up. Exhale, fold. Nice breath, you guys. Inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. And let's just stay for a full round of breath right here, pressing down into your feet, stretching the chest forward. Nice. Inhale, lift yourself back up. Exhale, hands to the chair, pull the left foot up to meet the right, little bounce there, and then shake your legs. And then the left foot goes forward this time, right foot steps back. 45 degrees with those toes, bend into the left knee, and then take that adjustment again. When you're ready, hands lift. Warrior one. Breathe in, lengthen the spine. From all that length, fold forward. Breathe in, sweep your hands up. Exhale, fold. Hi, Charlie. Inhale, lift. And exhale, fold and stay. One full round of breath. Press your feet down. And inhale, rise. Exhale, hands to your chair. Pull the right foot up. Give yourself a little shake there. Okay. And right foot forward again. Left foot back, but we'll keep the heel lifted. And then we'll stretch out the back of that leg by lifting and lowering our heels. So you can either hold onto the chair, or maybe if you can balance a little bit, let your hands fall down at your sides. As you inhale, lift the heel up nice and high. And then exhale, sink the heel back. Feel that stretch in the back of your calf. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. One more, lift up. Exhale, sink. And then if you can, pull forward toward the chair. Put your hands or your forearms on the top of the chair. And feel, you're not actually moving your heel, but feel like the heel is sliding back. And notice when you make that little adjustment, you're pushing into the heel, you feel more stretch in the calf. And then hands back to the chair. Come on back up to the ball of your foot, spine long. And breathe one or both arms above your head. Crescent lunge or high lunge, yeah. You bend a little bit more into that right knee. Breathe in. Breathe out. Twist to the right. Grab the chair with your left hand and pull your right hand behind you and look to the right. And we'll stay here for 3 breaths in this twist. And then sweep both hands up. And then hands to the chair, bring your left foot back up. Give those legs a good shake. Hard work on that right leg there, right? Left foot forward, step the right foot back. Okay, and then you're holding on to the chair, or maybe arms down by your sides. Lift that heel up as high as it'll go. Breathe in. Exhale, sink. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Stay there. The heel as low to the ground as it can get. Lean forward, hold on to your chair, or maybe you come down onto your elbows, and then act as though you're sliding that heel further back. Keep breathing. And come on back up onto the ball of your foot. Find your balance. Really squeeze that right thigh and lift your hands above your head. Crescent lunge. Breathe in. And breathe out. Take your right hand to the chair. This time, left hand pulls behind you. Look to the left. Keep pulling that left hand far away from your body. And take 3 breaths. Come back through the middle. Lift your hands nice and high. And exhale, hands to the chair, pull the right foot up to meet the left, shake it out. Okay. And let's try those calf raises standing up now. So hands, just kind of touching the top of the chair there. And we're gonna do the same thing. We're just gonna lift up and lower, lift up and come as high as you can onto the ball of your foot. And if you can, I heard that it was better to kind of balance as you're doing it. So if you feel comfortable, like you're not gonna fall over, you can take your arms down by your sides. So the point is to get as much range of motion as you can. So you're gonna wanna come as high as you can onto the ball of your foot. Let's do a couple more.
This is what it felt like back in the days when we wore high heels for on your calves. We all had nice calves because everybody wore high heels.
That's right.
Okay.
I don't want to go back there, but I'm just saying that's.
Yeah, I don't want to go back there either.
All right, we're gonna try, ladies, a little balance. Bring your left foot to the center of the chair. Fingertips on the top of the chair. Pick your right foot off the ground a little bit and try that calf raise. How'd that go? Try it again. Okay, try the other side. Bring the right foot to the center of the chair and try to lift and lower. Mm-hmm. So feel that stretch in the arch of your foot too. Okay. And then shake the legs out. All right. Our heart will thank us for that.
Yeah.
Let's warrior two. So separate your feet like maybe 3 or 4 feet, and then take your right toes and point them out to the right. So if you look, your heel of your right foot should be about lined up with the arch of your left foot. And then you're going to put a bend into that right knee as far as it feels comfortable. And before you add the arms, feel like you're pulling your knee toward the right side. You feel that open up the inside of your right leg a little bit more. And then go ahead and lift your hands up in line with your shoulders, warrior two. So if you can look at yourself in the camera there and see that you're not kind of leaning forward or leaning back, you want your shoulders right above your hips. And then if it feels comfortable, you can certainly leave your head here. If you can, turn it and look over your right hand. Full warrior two. And we'll breathe in and straighten that right leg and lift the right hand high, stretching the right side. Exhale, warrior two, bend your knee. Inhale to lift and stretch.
The same way.
Exhale, bend your knee. Inhale, up, really stretch. Stay here for the exhale. Come on back to that warrior two. Let's stay for 3 breaths. Pull your hands as far away from each other as they will go and feel your collarbone spread, chest opens. 1 more inhale. And exhale, release the pose, point both toes forward. And let's just take a 5-pointed star. Lift your hands up into a V. So just feel the feet pressing into the earth and the hands stretching toward the sky. Just a big full body stretch here. And exhale, let it go. And then your left toes are going to turn toward the left side. Bend into the left knee. Knee pulls toward the outside, so pulling toward the left. And then see that your shoulders and hips are in alignment. And the hands will come up, warrior two. If it feels safe on your neck, if it feels safe to balance, you can look out over your left hand. Take a breath in. Let the breath go. And then inhale, straighten the left leg and lift the left hand high. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Exhale, bend your knee, warrior two. Inhale to lift and lengthen. And exhale, warrior two. Inhale, lift. Stay for the exhale, stretch. And then find that warrior two for 3 breaths. Hands pull away from each other, heart wide open. Feel your feet on the floor. And release. Toes point back toward the front. Pull your heels in a little bit so that your feet are in a V. Inhale, sweep your hands above your head. Press your palms together, and as you pull your hands down in front of your heart, sink your hips too. And then inhale, make a circle with your arms, lift, connect, exhale, sink. Another circle, inhale up, exhale, sink. Inhale, sweep. Exhale, sink. Last time, inhale, connect. Sink down and stay. So come to your edge here. I invite you to challenge yourself. So if you feel yourself just, oh, I'm hanging out here, it's fine. You can sink a little lower. If I tell you you just have to stay for 3 breaths, how far can you sink in there? You can do anything for 3 breaths. 1 more. Straighten everything back up. Ooh, let your hands down. Ooh, I like that. And scoot your feet back closer together. Yeah, and let's take some twists to release the hips out. Inhale, lift your hands up. And then just twist over to the right. Inhale up. Exhale, twist to the left. And then just kind of elbows to the sides and wiggle back and forth. And then coming back to stillness, we'll take some side bends. Inhale, lift the hands up. Exhale, take your right hand to your right side, bend to the right. If this hurts your shoulder, curve your arm. Then inhale up. Exhale, let's try that side bend to the left. Inhale up. And just let the arms fall down at your sides. And let's work on some more balance. Tree pose. Take your left foot toward the center of the chair. Lift all 10 toes up, spread them, and put them back down. So you're creating a stable base for yourself with this left leg. Squeeze the left thigh. Then the right foot is going to come somewhere on that left leg. The ankle, calf, maybe up at your thigh. And then hands can certainly stay right on the top of that chair. Maybe you float them above. Maybe take them down at your sides. Lots of options here. So go ahead and welcome the instability, right? The more we can feel comfortable with not being perfect, the easier our lives will be. We all seek that perfection so often, and it's so elusive, and it just leads to trouble. Exhale, release. It's nice to have a bar, right? It's nice to have something to shoot for. But if you've got goals and thoughts and you're constantly coming short of that bar, we're always, sad and depressed and disappointed. Sometimes we need to just set that bar a little lower. We're still looking to get there, but if we just give ourselves a little grace, life feels a lot better.
Thank you, Laura.
Thank you. Yeah.
Right foot toward the center of your chair. Lift your toes up, spread them wide, and then put them back down. Squeeze that right thigh, and then start looking for your tree pose on the other side. And I always try to remember here that ankle dance, and you think you're the only one that's wobbling and shaking, but everybody's ankle wiggles in this pose. And if nothing else, that little dance is making your right calf stronger. And so who cares if you're falling in and out? maybe your balance isn't there today, but there's still value in every pose and in every version of a pose. No matter what your pose looks like, there's value. Let that go. Step back, and we're going to do some lion's breaths. So on the inhale, we're going to lift our hands above our head, and on the exhale, we're going to bend forward. You kind of throw your arms down and stick your tongue out on the exhale. So these lion breaths are loud and cleansing. Inhale, sweep your hands up. Exhale, bend your knees, let it go. Nice. Inhale, up. Exhale. Inhale, up. Exhale. Yeah, slowly roll up. And let's try one more balance. So turn sideways so that one of your hips is close to the chair. It doesn't matter which side. You're going to keep your hand on that chair to start with the balance, and whatever leg is away from the chair, lift that knee up toward your chest. So we're going to have a lot of options here. You can certainly stay right here, foot is flexed. Maybe you can take your hand to your shin and pull your knee up a little closer. This is good to stay right here. If you want to take it one more step, you can take both hands to your shin. Lifting the crown of the head up. Yeah, and just kind of welcoming that dance that's going on in your leg. Okay. And maybe one step further if you're ready. Let's try to lift our hands above our head. And breathe. All of you were holding your breath, weren't you? I didn't hear any breath. And release everything down. Shake that out. And turn to the other side. Start with your hand on the chair. Firm foot on the floor. And then inhale the outside knee up toward your chest. Option 1, stay right here. Option 2, take both hands to your shin. Option 3 is going to be to lift both hands above your head. And release. Shake that out. Let's try those twists from side to side again. Maybe the arms out nice and wide. A little bit slower this time so you can get a little more range of motion as you twist to each side. Seeing how far you can rotate.
Hello.
Okay.
Yes, how are you?
And then come on back to the chair. Have a seat. And into the abs a little bit deeper. So come on up to the top of your chair. And then lean your torso back. Bring your feet together. You can either hold on to the sides or bring your arms out like this. And then you're going to inhale, lift those legs up. Flex your feet. And we're just going to stay here first for 5 breaths. And release. Cat cows, take your feet nice and wide. Inhale, stretch your chest forward. And exhale, pull it in. Inhale, lift your chin and chest. Exhale, round. Inhale, stretch forward. And exhale, pull it in. Sit up nice and tall. Take your torso back toward the chair. Hands at your sides, feet together. And if this was too hard the first time, just lift and lower one leg at a time, but I really invite you to take this challenge, lift both feet up. And this time, maybe you can pull your back away from the chair a little bit. For just 3, 2, 1, release. This time, fold forward, round your back.
That's a tough one, Laura.
It is.
Yeah.
Pull up. Okay, and I've told you guys this before, but just a reminder, we do this core work to protect and strengthen our low back. All of these muscles are connected, and it's tough, and I recognize that, but I like doing core work in a chair as opposed to the floor, because a lot of times when you do crunches, you hurt your neck, you really strain your neck. So doing things in the chair like this is just a little bit safer, because I've done that before where I do a bunch of crunches and my neck hurts for 3 days and then I don't want to do it anymore. So if we can do this where we keep the spine and the neck elongated and just engage the core and the back, you know, you're more likely to keep doing it. So, you know, I invite you to do this when I'm not here. How much time do we have? Oh, we have enough time to do it again.
Okay.
Lean back. Inhale, lift the feet up. And you can leave your back on the chair. This time, can you float your arms out? Can you do that?
You're out there.
Yeah, for 5, 4, 3. Let's bring them up for 2. 2, 1. Pull your back away from the chair for just a second. And then come on down. Let's do some cat cows. Inhale, lift the chin and chest. Exhale, round like a cat. Inhale, lift the chin and chest. And exhale, round. One more. Inhale, lift. And exhale, round. Back a little bit more in your chair. Let's stretch the shoulders out here a little bit before we get into the hips. Take your hands out by your sides. Actually, scooch up all the way in the top of your chair. I think this will work out better. And then start to take your arms behind you and see if you can find like the back of the chair legs. Can everyone reach that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, and just stay there in that stretch. Lift your chin up a little bit. Maybe some of you can take your hands like to the top of the chair and connect your palms.
Sure. I don't, well,
Maybe not.
that's a little tough.
Yeah, and then release. Shrug your shoulders forward. Woo. And backward. And then sit back in the chair. Cross your right leg over the left, either at the ankle, at the knee, or if you've got more open hips, you can make this figure 4. And sit up nice and tall. Hands are kind of on your knee and shin. Breathe in. As you exhale, lead with the chest. Keep your spine really long. And then lean forward just until you feel some engagement, some stretch in the hip. Like right now, my right hip is super tight, and this is all I can lean forward. So you don't want to go too far and overstretch, just until you feel some sensation. And then lower the chin down toward your chest. Feel the head relax. Feel the neck relax. Even round the shoulders. And really find your breath here. Find that deep connection, the feel of your lungs and your diaphragm expanding and then contracting and relaxing. Filling up and letting go. Go back to that sensation of the exchange of energy, filling up with goodness and lightness, and exhaling out any thought that is not serving you. I'm going to stay here for about 10 more breaths. And maybe if you start to feel a little more openness and release in that right hip, with each exhale, you can just take a little micro bend forward. And if you're at your max already, don't worry about it, but just see how heavy the torso can get as you exhale. Shake your head no. Make sure your neck is still relaxed. You're not gathering any tension. Go ahead and sit up nice and slow. Take the right foot off, stretch it out, and point and flex your foot. Roll out the ankle. Follow the foot down to the floor and roll your knee to the right and left. Let's try the other side. Left leg over the right this time. Ankle, knee, or ankle over the knee. And wiggle into your pose. And when you're ready, lengthen the spine, take a breath in. And as you exhale, keep the spine long, chest forward until you feel some sensation in that left hip. This one will probably be different. And just when you find that sweet spot, drop your head, drop your chin. Relax your shoulders. And connect again to the movement and the feel, the texture of your breath. So give yourself the gift of as little thought as possible. That's why I ask you to keep a light concentration on the breath, and it just kind of keeps you present in this moment. It's a little direction for the mind so that we don't start reeling ahead into the rest of our day as we close our practice. And slowly start to lift back up. Unwind your legs. Foot forward, point and flex your foot. Roll out the ankle. And follow the foot to the floor, wiggle the left knee back and forth. And then scooch forward in your chair. Bring the soles of your feet together and just let your knees flap open. Just a little stretch for the inside of the thigh. You can maybe hold on to the back of your chair and lean forward just a bit. And then sit back up. Sit back all the way in your chair. Take your feet as wide as they'll go. So you're kind of in that horse stance with your feet in a V. And take your hands to your inner thighs, sit up nice and tall, and just gently stretch the knees away from the body. So you feel that deeper stretch all the way from your groin to the insides of your knees. And then slowly bring your knees back together. And then any movement that you need to complete your practice. If your neck has gotten stiff, roll out your neck. If your shoulders feel stiff, roll them. Maybe some cat-cows, just any movement that you feel will allow you to sit still for a few minutes in our Shavasana. You're ready, come to stillness with your back relaxed into your chair, the legs heavy, feet on the floor, palms facing down or up, and the eyes are softly closed as we sink into our final rest and just feel the benefits of our practice. Releasing that deep rhythmic breathing and just letting your breath find its natural rhythm. Start to deepen the breath again. Invite some small movement back into your body. Rock your head from side to side. Move your fingers and toes. Keep the eyes closed. Pull your back off the chair. Sit up nice and tall. Draw your hands together in front of your heart. Breath in. Open your mouth. Release it out. Full deep breath in. And relax it out. One more deep inhale. And push it all the way out. May you be safe. May you be peaceful. May you be happy. May you live with ease. Thank you so much for joining me. It is such an honor. Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you.
Happy Friday, everyone. I hope
Happy
everyone
Friday.
has a great weekend.
Thank you, Laura. You too.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Maybe I will see you. Does anyone have any questions, concerns?
Do
I have
we
a
have,
question.
do we have to register ahead of time or? how
No,
do-
you don't. No, you can just drop in like you do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks. I
Yeah.
really enjoyed it.
Yeah. So
I've missed you.
I know. I miss everybody too. Our
miss-
Friday class is such a great group. It's such an energizing way to start the weekend.
Well, thanks, honey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
So for the time being, we're still going to Zoom.
Yeah, I'll figure out. Yeah,
Okay.
I'll send out something this week, and if the weather is cooperating and we can do it outside and connect with Zoom, we'll try that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where do you live, Laura?
I'm in Avon Lake.
Okay.
Yeah, my street or my neighborhood runs between Jaycox and Lear and Electric.
Okay.
So in that little,
Okay.
yeah, not too far from the studio, actually, less than a mile from the studio.
Yeah, well, that's nice.
Yeah, nice and close.
I have a
Um,
question.
What?
I have a
Bye.
question.
Oh, yeah.
Has anybody been out to lunch?
You know, we went out, our grandchildren were in from upstate New York, and we took them up to Hex, and this was like 4 weeks ago. And Hex outside, they're limited seating, so we sat inside, and we went right at high lunchtime, but there wasn't anyone sitting inside. But my husband and I were very uncomfortable.
Uncomfortable?
We had masks on and the kids had masks on until it came time to eat. And we were still quite separated from everyone else, but I'm really not liking, I'm having trouble with people not wearing masks.
Yeah.
And so I just, for the time being, and it's getting worse, I think that we'll stay away from that. But what we are doing a tiny bit more of is we get carry out a lot, but I might have a neighbor over, or something, and
Yeah.
they sit on one side of the room and I'm on the other, and we bring our own lunch and,
Yep.
that kind of thing. But
Yeah.
I think it's getting worse, and I don't like how angry I get when I see people not wearing masks. And
Yeah.
so whatever joy I get from maybe going out turns into
Yeah.
anger.
Yeah,
Oh,
okay,
I,
okay.
I went
But now you have to, but in a restaurant, you're gonna take it off anyway. So for me, it wasn't a good experience. For a lot of other people though, they love it. And
yeah,
they're fine with
I was
it.
out for lunch and I liked it. Yeah, it feels so
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
I've heard a lot of people going to Hex, and it's always busy. But I
Uh-huh.
think that's because of the outside and the inside. The doors are open from that one end, so it's like fresh air kind of coming in. But I
Yeah.
myself have not gone, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where did you
I've
go?
gone out, but I've eaten outdoors both times.
Okay.
If I can't eat out, then I leave.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
I haven't been, and
You just want to get out.
I do,
There,
but
Yeah.
I felt emotionally it was a big benefit to me the last couple weeks I've met up with some people, and even though we were still far apart and wearing masks, it was such a good emotional shot in the arm. You know,
Yes.
so however you do that, whether it's eating out someplace or inviting someone over and just being able to relax and see them in person, I thought it really lifted what had become a pretty gray cloud over my, you know,
Yeah.
mood.
Okay.
So,
We tried, I went once before she went back to school with Kate. We went to First Watch and the tables outside were full. And so we went and just looked, and you know what First Watch is usually like. It's
Yeah.
usually crazy. And I was shocked. There was nobody in the lobby. And we put our names in. There was a wait list, but everybody leaves. You give your phone number. And so nobody's lingering there. And we
okay.
came back in, and I felt it was distanced really well. We were in a booth. There was no one on either side of us. So, I did feel, and people, surprisingly, there were, and that was before the mandatory.
Mandatory, yeah.
And there were a fair amount of people that kept them on unless they were eating.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think if I've seen any places. I noticed Condado looked kind of busy. I probably wouldn't go there. That new like Mexican place out there.
Yeah, Ray and Laura have been going to Sarita
Yeah. What have they done?
and Happy Hour, and they have done a beautiful job of distancing at the bar and in the restaurant.
Nice.
They've got partitions. You're never close to anyone. You've got
Wow.
partitions up, so you're in your own little.
Wow.
You don't feel like you're in a cocoon.
Where was this?
Sarita in Lakewood,
Oh,
The old
yeah.
players.
the old players.
The old
Okay?
players, yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
oh, okay.
So, and Ray and I felt very comfortable. A lot of did anybody see the paper? They got, had violations for not wearing masks.
Yeah.
Fun?
There were a lot of restaurants in there. Pure W.
Yeah,
Oh, huh.
Yeah.
there were a lot, yeah,
Well,
yeah.
we're not going out much, but just to Sarita where we feel very comfortable and they've
Yeah.
done.
Yeah. Mhm.
Good.
That's a
Good.
one.
All right.
We're getting a lot of carry out from Veranda, and
Oh,
it's
that's
very
not good.
it's expensive, but it's very good.
Okay. I gotta go. See you guys.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Bye.
Well, I love sharing these little tips too.
Yes.
I'm sorry, I wanted to see if